Welcome back once again to Friedland. I am your host as always. Let us see what has happened over this turn. Some Cossacks shifting about. And some Russian skirmishers have pushed through. So Russians are coming out of the woods. So obviously the the Russians are going to be coming out of the woods, because I literally only have this small screen of skirmishers here to hold them back for the time being. Oof. Yeah, that's a lot of Russian skirmishers. So they are going to drive me out of the woods. And there's not much I can do about it because there's just so many of them. And here they come. Oof. That's rather unfortunate. These two companies of skirmishers got driven forwards. So they are stuck and are going to be captured for their troubles. But, and there's nothing I can damn well do about that. So in this case, Cohorn and his boys as I continue to fall back, my main position at the very least. Get your butts moving, fall back. And I will continue to fall back with everybody else. Now the Saxons, you can go that way. La is to head that way as well. So yeah, we continue to fall back and look to buy time. There's not much else I can do otherwise. But these boys are now going to fall back out of the woods just because of the sheer amount of Russians in the woods. So he has succeeded in driving me out of the woods, to say the least. However, and this is the big however, my position should be fairly secure. I will detach the skirmisher company from each of these battalions, and in return I will shift the light battalion's infantry over. The Dutch cuirassier will fall back behind them again, as will this last element of dragoons that was still stuck out in front of the line. So, in this case, 15th Chasseur. This entire force of cavalry is just to form up behind the heavy cavalry. Let's reorganize them again. Basically, I intend to cut down the amount of space they are using. Which will also, therefore, give my infantry a bit more space to deploy. So the 58th will form up over here, and then the Garde de Paris will form up to their left. The elements of the dragoons here will do this, so that when the time comes, if the Russians decide to pursue out of the woods, they're gonna have to fight their way through my various forces. Right, they cannot deploy skirmishers because they are restricted. So yeah, the Saxons cannot deploy skirmishers, so they're a little constricted in what they can do. But we'll make up for it with providing just that little bit extra oomph in the area. So Verdier, we'll get Verdier on the move again and get him set to get into position. The Reserve Corps artillery here, and Wagon Dombrowski with the Poles. So with Dombrowski and the Polish elements, plus the rest of the 8th Corps elements here. So 480 cavalry, about 2,500 infantry. So if we look, say, where is it? 8th Corps, 8th Corps, 8th Corps. 8th Corps is entirely on the field. The Reserve Corps is entirely on the field. So we are missing the General Victor's 1st Corps, Ney's 3rd Corps, not 3rd Corps, 6th Corps rather, and the Imperial Guard, plus a few other odds and ends. But it is so in 2 hours, Bessieres and Napoleon will arrive. So we have to hold out for 2 hours. So that's 12 turns. In this case, I think I'm set to hold out fairly well. Even if they drive me back a bit more, I should be able to rally them in time. Oudinot, you can go sit up here. So if this cavalry decides if their infantry, if the Russian infantry decides it wants to push here out of the woods as skirmishers, then they'll get charged and massacred. Now the big thing here is the fact that I am not going to be able to pull back fully. So, again, lost considerably more men so far, but it makes sense. I don't have the numbers on the field, for one thing. We'll have those 6 guns there, open fire. It's not much, it's just a few 6-pounders, but they might do something key. Because you never know, that one shot of 6-pounder may be decisive. This division of light cavalry is going to be basically just watching my butt, essentially, of my heavy cavalry. Dombrowski I will deploy to the left of... where is he? Dupas here. So Dupas will hold here with his division. Verdier is going to push down and take up position. And then Dombrowski will form up as well. Because I am not going to turn my nose up at a good... What is that? 2,400 Polish infantry and 480 cavalry. Plus a good 6 guns, all under one command, plus the 5 12-pounders. I am not going to turn my nose up at it. So yeah, Bessieres is the next thing to arrive, along with Napoleon 10 minutes later. Lino with the guard, guard, chasseur, a cheval, and the Mamelukes. Walter with the grenadier, a cheval. La Tour Marbourg arrives 10:50 along with Ahiri here. So the Empress Dragoons, the Gendarme du Elite, and the Grenadier, the Ordnance will all arrive. Ney will arrive at 11, so we got a while until Ney arrives. But, as always, butts are for horses, but I shall say thank you for watching so far. I hope you have been enjoying the series. I know it's rather slow at the moment, but I will say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, I have been your host, and this has been Friedland, so bye-bye for now.